What's up, you guys? On the road, just came home from I'm still on the road for a WWE Smackdown house show. It was in Upper Marlboro, Maryland tonight, second straight year, June 12th, I'm at a wrestling show. And if you're wondering why I'm in the car, here's my dad.
Hi.
I mentioned him in some videos before, and he goes into all these shows, and I'm glad I don't have to go alone. Somebody that's into wrestling, and he's a good fan and everything. So we're gonna review this house show. I know that everybody probably isn't into this kind of thing because, well, it's not even a Smackdown or a Raw like TV show or a pay-per-view, much less. But hell, it's Honor Hammer 26, and first video after reaching 500 subs too. So, but the actual vid on the thank you vid's coming on that. So, all right, let's run down the card. Actually, very weird card because the best match of the night happened first. Christian versus Dolph Ziggler. Very, very good opener. It was just a very fun match. What do you think about it, Dad?
Well, I liked it because I like high-flying wrestlers, acrobatic wrestlers, and there was a lot of really good moves on it, a lot of top rope type stuff. So I agree it was probably the match of the night. But I also agree that this kind of show is worth it because you know, we do like going to shows. This is our 5th show in a year, and you know, unlike Extreme Rules, which we went to, we got to sit a lot closer, see a lot of our favorite wrestlers like Kane and Big Show, which Eric will get to in a second. But yes, as a match was concerned, this was the match of the night. I really enjoyed it. It was a good opening match.
Yeah, I agree. No real star rating because it's live, but whatever. All right, next we get to a match between Tyler Rex, who's the surfer guy. I didn't recognize his theme, which actually isn't good. I don't like him at all. Against MVP. This probably was boring. It's a house show match, to be honest with you. Didn't expect too much out of it. It's just it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible, but it was nothing great either. What do you think, Dad?
Yeah, I think Rex is going to be a good villain, a good Funaki type guy that you just know is going to lose every time he comes out. So he plays that role well. I'm not a big MVP fan, so I didn't really like the match too much, and it was a letdown being the match after the one that Eric and I just praised. But you know, it was good to see MVP. I hadn't seen him before. You know, I give that match out of 10, maybe 6.
6?
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, I was being generous, I guess. I'm sorry I'm not looking at the camera all that much. I'm trying to watch the road.
Trying to watch the road.
So you don't
it's okay.
A YouTube video of a major car accident because we are on the Beltway. But yeah, so
it's alright. They don't mind. Out of 10, I guess live 4. No, I thought it was okay. 6, being generous.
Yeah.
Generous guy. Good job. All right, then we got women's championship match: Layla versus Kelly Kelly. I know you like the women, don't you, Dad?
Yeah, they're hot. I mean, you gotta give them that. I enjoyed seeing them. They're very hot girls, but I wanted to see some other girls that are more favorites of mine. I always, when there are girls wrestling, hoping that there's some fashion mishaps. But they kept their clothes on, and that was disappointing. But and there was no Jello or pudding or anything like that. So, but you know, it was good. I don't know how Layla could be a world champion because she's not all that athletic. But it was nice to see them. I'm glad they were there.
Yeah, I mean, the reason they don't do any of that stuff is more. I don't know whether you knew it was TV PG, so they're trying to keep that stuff down now. So.
But this isn't on TV. So it could have been, you know, a slippage.
But it's a PG product in general.
I mean, you know, it wasn't. Without Melina. I mean, Melina and Beth Phoenix are much more better wrestlers. So when you have Layla and Kelly, they're pretty, but it's not as good of a wrestling match if that's what you're going to see. If you're just looking for it for, you know, here's the hot girls that are bumping and grinding, I give it a 10.
Yeah, match of the year. All right, then we got. I thought for Layla and Kelly it was pretty good though. All right, then we got. What do we get next? Cody Rhodes versus Chris Masters. I think Cody Rhodes is doing a great job as a heel. He's doing amazingly. And you said to me right when Chris Masters was coming out, he's still in WWE. Or where's he been? Or what did you? I don't remember. You said something like that.
Well, you know, we have a lot of fun. I'm certainly into wrestling because you are, and it's something we can do together. But you're a much bigger fan, so. Just to tell everybody, when the theme music starts, I turn to you and like, okay, which wrestler is that? and we both had to wonder for a second because I'm a big Chris Masters fan, and just he hasn't been on wrestling or WWE for it seems like years, and you're like, wait a minute, Chris Masters is there, so it was good to see him back. I hope he stays. What did you tell me about why he was fired? Because he didn't remember the script of the show.
That was one of the reasons at Backlash 06, which was Carlito, who's actually now fired as well, but he also, because of the wellness policy, WWE, he'd taken steroids, but this physique isn't surprising, but that was the main reason he was fired. But one of the reasons he was taken off of Raw from Backlash until basically SummerSlam of 06 was because of that mishap.
Wasn't it something when he was actively wrestling that nobody had ever broken the master? Was it called
the Master Lock? And Bobby Lashley just did it.
And Bobby Lashley did it. So he tried to get that on Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And he couldn't lock it in. But it was good. I was glad to see him back. The fact that he made an appearance, to me, bumped that rating up for that match from where it would have been like a 5 or so to like a 6 or 6. I'll give it a 6.1 because I liked it a little bit better than the MVP match.
All right. Then we got to Hart Dynasty versus Straight Edge Society for the unified tag titles. You can get the camera back on me here. It's so obvious it's Joey Mercury being there live. I mean, I pointed that out. It's so obvious. I mean, it's his mannerisms. If you imagine that's Joey Mercury, you can completely see that. It's not that hard to tell. But I mean, as a match, this wasn't very good. It was okay, actually, but not all that amazing. Any thoughts? Quick thoughts on it?
Well, personally, I'm not a big Punk fan. I don't get into the whole.
Excuse me?
I know you are, but I'm not. And I, as an individual wrestler, he was okay. Part of this whole tag team, and I have to also tell you, I really like the whole Jesse and Festus thing. So to see Luke Gallows now. Instead of that it was Festus, and I know that wrestlers just change their names or just become somebody else or whatever, but and it's part of the show. But this particular one, I really liked Festus, and now Luke Gallows and this bald slut that was with the team, you know,
Serena.
Sorry,
she's cute without the hair too.
Well, I mean, I didn't like the match, and I didn't get it. I'm not really into that team, so yeah, that tag team match didn't do it for me. I'd probably give that like a 3.
Yeah, this video will probably be 2 parts because we're taking a while because we have to review this, but so stay tuned for part 2 when it airs.
Do you want to tell them where we're going? We're having not a wrestling, but a competition night because we're on our way to a local place that they're showing the UFC. Is it 115?
115,
115 pay-per-view.
Liddell versus Franklin.
Yeah, we're going straight from WWE Live house show to going with our friends to watch the UFC pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good night. I mean,
that's where we're driving to.
Yeah, it's where you're driving to.
Where I'm driving to. Well, you're with me.
No, I am with you. Yeah. One thing about this WWE house shows, though, the merchandise table is lackluster. But you'd expect
only one.
There's only one, and it's lackluster. Everything you can get there, you can get it for cheaper on WWE.com or at Best Buy. Like, they only sold one DVD, and it was the Undertaker one, the new one that came out, and it was like overpriced. You can get a Best Buy for I think for 20. It was 25 here, so.
Well, do you think that means that that this house show is more to get people that are just TV fans and don't otherwise have a chance to see live wrestling, but aren't like as serious enough to go in and shop at WWE.com? Or why do you think that they would do that? Why do you think they would sell things for more than they would be online, which people like you that are knowledgeable enough would know?
It's clearly a lot of families there, and I think it's just because of the family thing. Actually,
a lot of young kids.
Oh, running! It was nuts.
Running.
It was just kids running around the entire arena the entire night. It was okay. I mean, a lot of families were there. I mean, like, you take out a lot of the people that just go to like the Raws and Smackdowns in the area. It's just the families and the diehards. Everybody who was there. So
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's probably why. All right. How much time we got? We're at 9:14. All right. So can we finish one more match? No, we can. All right. Part 2. See you guys in a minute.